Staff and project managers are currently reviewing the change orders, and funding impacts to ensure compliance with grant requirements and to identify potential cost recovery or potential adjustment options.
Any questions for Kelly? I have a question about Kelly, this is probably not the right time, but, how about the interior repairs on your office from the water damage? Has that been discussed or planned or scheduled?
Not that I'm aware of, you know, we had the outside done by the Jones Masonry, and from what I can tell, of course, I'm not a contractor, it doesn't appear to be leaking. I do run a dehumidifier occasionally to kind of keep, any moisture that could be in the room down, but, it doesn't appear to be leaking, so I guess we just need to make sure that all that's sealed up good before we enter into that project.
We don't wanna forget that.
I'm questioning, this managing the insurance claim process with the Virginia Risk Sharing Association for the Chatham Medical Facility Center HVAC unit, they were worn out, weren't they?
But it was struck by lightning, and they are willing to give us a percentage, a small percentage of the
Both of
old
them?
unit that was struck.
Both of them struck by lightning?
We only are aware of one
Yes, they
that
were.
was struck, the old unit. One of the old units was struck back in the summer before we entered into the new ones. So they're willing to give us a
Something.
little bit of something.
Yeah.
Correct.
Better
Okay,
than you
I
say.
didn't know that.
Yes, sir.
All right, great, thank you, Kelly. All right, let's move on to the consent agenda. Has everybody had a chance to take a look at that?
Madam Mayor, I did include, in your, seats, the minutes from the regular meeting and the, one charter meeting on Friday, you did get a copy earlier in the day. So those were appendices to be included within the consent agenda as well.
If everyone's had a chance to, take a look at those, can I have a motion to approve that in block? Easley, Kelly,
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry,
Second by Riddle.
second by Riddle.
All those in favor? Bishop?
Yes.
Black?
Yes.
Beasley? Pace?
Yes.
Riddle?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Under item 11, unfinished business, we have none, so we'll move on to number 12, new business. And from the Water and Sewer Committee, we have a motion to amend the current bulk water policy, water metered at residents' home, so they would not pay bulk rates, only the contractors would pay a bulk water rate. As was discussed in committee. Coming from the committee, it requires no second. Do we have any questions or discussion? All right, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Bishop?
Yes.
Black?
Yes.
Beasley?
Yes.
Pace?
Yes.
Riddle?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
All right. The next item is also from Water and Sewer, motion to approve the Virginia Community Flood Preparedness Letter of Support.
Yeah, the letter is on page 77 of your handout, and, basically, that's what it's all about, is, support for the, regional stormwater sewer inventory and vulnerability assessment. Mayor needs to sign this.
Okay. So coming out of committee, we don't require a second. Do we have any other questions about that? No? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Bishop?
Yes.
Black?
Yes.
Beasley? Pace?
Yes.
Riddle?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
All right, item C, we have a motion from Public Services to approve the contractor bid from Brad Anderson to repair the stairs at Town Hall, not to exceed $2,200.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Turn to page 79, though, this is very self-explanatory, we discussed this in the Public Services Committee, though, this just, came from Mr. Brad Anderson, proposed to replace any deteriorated wood on the stairs, extending up the landing to the far edge of the rear window, remove railings, secure all step treads, and paint all exposed wood. His bid cost would not exceed $2,200. Came by committee, so move its adoption.
Coming from committee, we require no second. Are there any questions? Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Bishop,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Beasley, Pace,
Yes.
Riddle,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Maybe we should get him to give you a quote on your office.
Ma'am?
Maybe we should get him to give you a quote on your office.
We can do that.
All right, item D, motion to approve reimbursement of $800 to Keith Booth for removal of a tree that fell from town-owned property onto his dwelling.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Page 81 of your packet here, talks about invoice from mosquitoes, as you explained though. He had a tree that fell on 42 Depot Court though, which is a street-owned property. So he's asking the town for reimbursement for his expenses to remove the dead wall tree. It was approved by the Public Service Committee, I so move its adoption.
All right, requiring no second. Is there any other question? Madam Clerk?
Bishop,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Beasley. Yes. Pace,
Yes.
Riddle,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
All right. Item E, motion to approve a letter campaign for strategic fundraising for the 2015 fire truck from the Finance Committee.
That's what we want to do.
So coming from committee, that's no, requires no second. Is there any question or discussion about that?
Madam Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
in your packet, you have two samples, of the letters. I don't know if the council wants to approve either letter, or if that's just something that I can get with, Ms. Easley and Chief Higgins to decide which one you want to send out.
Send them both.
I say something about that.
One's a little more
Yeah, wait a while.
and
then send them.
empathetic. Okay.
Yeah.
Send one and send
You
the other
don't,
one.
you don't get anything, so no.
Well, I do
Enough.
like that it, I like the emphasis on the second letter about going exclusively towards the purchase of the 2015 ladder truck. I know Chief has been a little concerned that this might interfere with his other operational fundraising, so we don't wanna do that, but, you know, I think that's fine, Kelly.
I agree with you on that.
Okay.
I have, if I may, Madam Mayor, an observation that, so, as we know, the council is purchasing the truck in the name of the town who is the buyer. Your fundraiser, it has a separate tax ID number, and they are in fact approved by, as a 501c3, and can make the charitable contribution pledge that they make. My question is the money rolls into the fire department, then is it a pledge by them to then fund it back to the council who is paying for the truck? I don't wanna create a problem where there's not one, but there's not a rigid, there's a wall between the two entities legally.
Okay. Can you help us with, make sure we have that correctly?
I mean, just in the letter, sir, since the town, owns the equipment for the fire department, make all checks payable to the town of Chapel. Can you do that?
But that's
That
just
way-
something that's gotta be figured out, is what I'm observing, my observation is that's gotta be clarified.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a problem, I don't wanna make it a problem, I just want us to be clear that both entities are clear with what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who are contributors need to know as well too.
Okay.
It's money well spent, which I think it is, certainly.
Certainly.
Only thing I would caution is we're